Hi, hello, good morning. Welcome to today's session. So, in the previous session, we were discussing about two different forms or methods of forming federation. One is about coming together, another one is holding together. So, coming together, it is forming a federation with giving an opportunity for the states to uh, join with the other bigger unit which is established constitutionally, and these smaller states are given importance to join with the major or big units in order to gain sovereignty and to increase internal security. So the best example for this kind of federation, it is USA, Switzerland, Australia, and next one is holding together federation. So here holding together federation, it is federation where large country it decides to distribute power between various constituent states established. This kind of federation, it is mainly exist or mainly followed in the important countries like India, Spain, Belgium and others. So in this form of federation, so comparing to state governments or states, central governments holds maximum power and most of the powers. After discussing this, so let us continue our discussion. So today's topic is, what makes India a federal country or India a federal country? So the Constitution of India clearly specifies or declares India as union of states. It's a union of states. The word federation, it applies clearly to describe the nature of a federation formed in India. So here a two-tier system, it is mainly given for the establishment of government system, namely the government which is established at holding responsibility for national level. It is described or it is identified as union government or central government. Then the government which is established at regional level and holding responsibility for establishing or implementing administrative services and facilities to concerned states, they are regional governments or state governments. So in case of India, along with these central government or union government and regional governments, so third tier of government, third level of government is also given importance to add to describe India's federation, that is Grama Panchayats and municipalities at urban and rural areas. So here all the levels in India's federation, so they enjoy, they are having their own separate and specified jurisdictions. And most importantly, the Constitution of India, it provides three-folded distribution of legislative powers in between central government, state government, and in between again central and state governments, namely union list 97 subjects. Example for union list, it is finance, defense, civil aviation, then external affairs and others. So state list, under this, so 66 different subjects are mainly specified. So these are clearly applicable for all the concerned state governments or regional governments. So example for this, industries, transportation, then agriculture, then excise. Then concurrent list, 47 different subjects are mainly mentioned. So here both the central government and state governments jointly holds power in implementing administrative subjects related to concurrent list. Example, education, then marriage, divorce, and stamp duty and others. So India is having federal system because it is stressed and it is given importance for accepting and adopting, following, holding together method of federation. So where central government is having more powerful or more power comparing to other levels or other tiers of government. Only in case of Jammu and Kashmir, so it has a special provision for adopting or for having its own constitution. So let us stop today's session. Let us continue tomorrow's session with the same topic in deeper detail. So until then, take care of yourself, stay at home, stay safe.